How's it going, everybody? Jim here, Scottish guy in Moscow. You join me here outside the Moscow Central Circle, which is a train that goes around the centre of Moscow. It is not part of the metro system. It was opened in 2016, has 31 stations, and almost 500,000 people ride this train every day. And I've never shown you it before, so I'm about to take you on and let's go for a ride. Are you ready? Let's go. Guys, as always, please do hit subscribe for me. It really helps me out. Only takes a second and it'll help me make more videos for you. Let's check out the map. Now we are here at Ploshchad Gagarina, which Ploshchad means square. Gagarina is Yuri Gagarin. You might see in the distance there is a monument for Yuri Gagarin, who was the first man in space, cosmonaut of the USSR. Okay. Ploshchad Gagarina is joined on to the metro station of Leninsky Prospect on the Orange Line, not far from where I used to live in Shabalovskaya. So we are here, we are on Ploshchad Gagarina. Can you see it? Now, you'll see all the different lines, etc. At the moment I live down, where are we? Where is Akademicheskaya? I'm looking at the wrong line, I'm looking at the red line. We are here, at the moment I live here, I used to live here. Now, here is the Moscow Central Circle. Can you see it? MCK, as it's known. It's pretty big. I think it's about 50 kilometers or so, and we are going to start here and we're going to go this way, and I might jump off a few random stations to show you. Now, we've been to Luzhniki where the World Cup final was held in 2018. We've been to Moscow City where all the skyscrapers are. In fact, you can't quite see them, but they're off in the distance there. So we're about to jump on, go for a ride and see where we end up. Now, I said it's not part of the metro system, but the same ticket lets you go on all of the different forms of transport here. The tram, the MCK, this one, the metro, etc. So as I lost my wallet 2 days ago, you might have seen it in my last video, I'm not going to pay with my card. I've already bought the ticket. I've bought a 3-day unlimited ticket for about 700 rubles, something like that. So let's go, let's get on the train and see what it's like. Are you ready? Right, guys, here is the entrance, Ploshchad Gagarina. As you can see, here is Ploshchad Gagarina, and we can go this way towards Luzhniki, Moscow City, like I've already shown you. And let's wait till these people go through, and then we're going to head downstairs. Here's my ticket here, and we're going to get on. So let's go. So remember that not part of the metro system, but most of the stations are joined on to a metro station. Now, of the 31 stations, 1 is underground, 3 are elevated, and 27 are just surface level. Check out that beautiful picture there. So we're going to come down here, we're going to go through the entrance, and there'll be some kind of security check probably here. We don't have a bag, so we should get straight through. Little metal detector. It wasn't a thorough check. And let's head down. And I think, where do we go? How do we get on here? Straight on? Okay, straight on I think. Right guys, I've already bought my card, but you can buy it from the Kassa, the ticket office, or you can come here, and this means 1 or 3 days. So 3 days is 720. You can pay with a card or cash. You can actually put cash in here. A lot of times it spits the cash back out though, so it's much better. I think if you've got cash, just go over to where the tickets are. So we're going to come here, we'll put this on, and we're straight through onto the station. There's a train on the other side, but while we're waiting for this train, looks like the next one's in 5 minutes, so they're not as common as the metro, of course, because they're much larger. Check it out, it's a full-sized train. Let's have a look around the station. Now the trains are fully electric, you can see the wires and also hear them. So we come down here, we've got the map that we've already looked at. Of course we're down here, and we're going to be going up. Got a vending machine here. Again, you can use cash or card. Look at all the things you can buy. 115 rubles, that tiny bottle. Rip off, but it does have normal Coke. A lot of shops don't have normal Coke, but it's 220 rubles. Oh my goodness, that's over £2. Right, not much happening down that end, so let's take a walk up to where all the people are. So we've got another vending machine here. Overpriced coffee machine. And I want to see if we can find anything else interesting on the platform. As you can see now, our next train is going to Luzhniki, and it's going to be in 3 minutes. And I think that's all. Oh, it does have a charging bank up here. I want to show you this because I don't think we've got these in Scotland. We might have, but I don't think so. This is basically an app that you can use where if your phone is not dead yet, you can swipe the QR code and you link your bank card to it, and it spits out one of these sort of charging banks. You can plug it in, it's very cheap, and you don't have to return it to here, so you can charge it for as long as you want. You can, they're in lots of shops and shopping centres, etc. And you can, that's the name of the app if you're ever coming here, but you will need a Russian bank card in order to link it to, but you can return it to pretty much anywhere. Alright guys, here it comes, here's the train. As you can see, it's a full-on train, it's not a metro. But that also means that the stations aren't going to be as beautiful as the metro stations that we're used to. Alright guys, we're on the train and I'm going to just go take a little walk up and down to show you the different features and the different things that are on here and show you how it's different from the Moscow Metro. See out the window they've got this barrier here. It's basically because a lot of the apartment buildings come up to the same level as where we're at, as you can see. So I guess it's to give them some sort of privacy and maybe some protection from the noise. Although it's not very loud on here. Guys, we've just stopped at Luzhniki station. So if you were going to the World Cup final or semi-final where England lost in 2018, you would probably have got off at this station. Guys, let me explain what we're seeing here. So obviously the train goes in two different directions. We've just left here. This is our next station. It's going to be 3 minutes. Then Moscow City, 5 minutes. So as you can see, it is stopping every, what, 2 to 3 minutes basically. And when you come off at these stations, these are the different lines. You can change to the D1, the D4 are sort of trains. Then you've got the purple line, the light blue line for the metro. So guys, we'll take a walk through. As you can see, it's much wider than the metro. It's basically, it's basically a train. We might get a good view out of some of the windows here as we come towards Moscow City. I can see it in the distance. But as you can see, it's elevated. We're going over the Moskva River now. Check it out. Actually quite a nice view coming up. As you can see, you've got all the little apartments. Well, they're not actually little, but they look little from here. And you've got the big, beautiful, new glass skyscrapers in the background. So you can see as well, there is a place that if you want to bring a bike on here, there's plenty of space for it. You could probably fit 3 bikes on there actually. Let's take a walk through. So these is how they're joined. I guess the doors slide, but there's no need to slide them just now. You've got 3 seats on this side, 2 seats on this side. So the carriages are pretty big. Here's some of the rules of riding, and these are on the metro as well, so like don't come on at the last moment. Don't stand in the doorway. I guess don't bump people with your bag. Don't be loud on the phone. And I mean, I can't read that, but I'm guessing it's meaning don't annoy people with your stuff. Give you another view out the window as we come up to Moscow City. always impressive. It's nice to drive past this at night actually on that road that we can see there. We'll walk along to then see what we've not seen yet. So we've got the bins. As you can see though, much like the metro as well, it's very quiet. No one's particularly loud on here. I think we'll get off at one of the random stations that I've never been at, but let's walk right to the end. So this is a Sunday, so of course it's quieter. But look, we got a couple of bikes here. Well, for these lads probably. And there's a toilet down at the end as well. So I'm guessing this is the area for wheelchairs, because there's a button here you can press for some kind of wheelchair assistance. Maybe there's some sort of platform lift to get the wheelchair on, and then a wheelchair accessible toilet in here. It's not been cleaned, so I'm not going to go in. More views of winter Moscow. As you can see, Moscow is just apartment blocks upon apartment blocks, and it goes on forever, all the way out to the different airports. It's all you see. So many people live here. Right guys, I've decided let's get off at an absolute random station that I've never heard of before. So I've got off at this one, Harashovia. The word Harasho means good or okay, so it sounds a bit like that. So let's see if this place is good or okay. Let's go out and check out old Harashova. Never heard of it before. Now as you can see, Wychod means exit. Of course it says exit. Not a lot of stuff in English, but you still will get the important stuff. Wow, as soon as you come in here, the heat absolutely hits you. It's absolutely beautiful, because I think it's about -6 degrees Celsius outside. Alright, I'm excited to see Harashovia. Where are we on the map? So we got on at Ploshchad Gagarina. We've came all the way up to here. So how do we get out? Exit 1 and 2 this way. Alright, it's also connected to the purple line and the big circle line. Let's just go back there. So as you can see, if I want to go anywhere else, I could walk a short distance, go onto the purple line, or I can go onto the big circle, and this is the one with the big beautiful modern. I've done a video called Futuristic Stations in Moscow. If you want to check that out, look for it in my videos. That's the big circle line on the metro. Alright, Harashovia so far, I like it. You don't usually see some fake plants. Yeah, fake. You don't usually see them though. Nice touch. Look, Bali tea. It's definitely not the weather at Bali here. How do I get out? Aha, this way. Let's go. Alright guys, we've just came out of that station onto like a pretty busy road. Let's go over there, let's see what's over there. Right, I don't want to judge too soon, but old Harashovia, you're not blowing me away. Let's go up these stairs. Right, I've not seen anything so far, but I've seen a monument over there. Let's go over and see this monument. Alright guys, so far, check it out. Harashovia has been pretty nondescript, but I do see this monument with some flowers and a helmet. Please forgive me for my pronunciation. So it'd be Gregory Konstantinovich Zhurkovo? Something Moscow. Alright, maybe my viewers can fill me in. I hope I said the man's name right. Right, so is there anything else we can see here? Let's check out a typical little Harashovia apartment block. Wow, look at these beautiful dogs. Oh боже. Очень красивые собаки. Очень Right, check it out. We've got another, oh, we've got a plaque here. I can't read it too well. I'm sure this says Hero of the Soviet Union, but the rest I can't read too well. Help us out in the comments. I'm going to show you the yin and the yang of a Moscow apartment car park. Check this out. Looks kind of Soviet, pretty old. I'm not sure what kind that is. Can somebody tell me? Because people don't tend to move houses. And then over here you got the Rolls Royce, of course, parked in the standard apartment block car park. Alright guys, that was the Moscow Central Circle, the MCK, where the metro is really built for beauty. The stations are really spectacular, most of them anyway. This train that circles Moscow seems to be much more about function. The stations certainly aren't beautiful, but they serve their purpose very well. We came out at a random stop and it's been pretty nondescript, but now it's time for me to get home and edit this video. So I'm going to go back on the MCK and head back to where we started. Thanks very much for watching. See you next time.